Alex Matthew. With me is Mahima Vachar. It's been so long that I've been getting it right every day, and then today I thought about it. Mahima Vachrajani. Alright, so this is not one of the names that I struggle with. That name is actually Narayana Hridayalaya. There you go. See, I struggle with that. I'll get that also eventually. But let's talk about the markets this morning. You know what this show is about. This show gets you answers to all of your stock-related questions. And you can get in touch with us either on the WhatsApp number that's on the top of your screen or on the number that is on the bottom. And please do call us, as some of you already have done. Let's talk about the markets. The Nifty 50 gaining about 0.5% and building on the gains that you've seen over the last several sessions. 1 week or so has been incredible for your portfolios and indeed for Dalal Street as a whole. But you're seeing a little bit of a wobble at the broader end, a little bit of a cooling off. And you have the mid-cap index that's down about 0.5% or so, 0.6% right now at the low point of the day. And you have the small-cap index that's also losing ground about 1% or so right now. So I'm curious about the advanced decline ratio, if we can pull that up. And let's pull up the line so that you know. There you go. So at the start of the session, you saw a very significant tilt towards the advances. That has changed over the course of the session, and now you see more declines. This is almost certainly profit taking at the broader end of the market, where you've seen quite a few stocks that have run up very sharply in the recent past. Let's also pull up the sectoral heat map, because IT continues to gain ground. It is off the high point of the day, but it's gaining about 1.3% or so. Nifty Finance is in focus. It has been all of the last week or so. And you have private banks that are gaining about 0.5%. The Nifty Bank as a whole up about 0.4%. But you have a little pressure in the form of pharma, which is down about 0.9%. You also have consumer durables that is losing about 1% or so. And media, which has run up in the recent past, that is cooling off and down over 1% at this point. Not many constituents in that index, but it's still down about 1% or so. But let's introduce our experts for the day. We've got Swati Hodkar as well as Astha Jain joining us this morning. And ladies, thanks so much for taking the time. Good morning to both of you. Yours are not names that I struggle with, thankfully. Let's get our first caller in for the day. We've got Dheeraj calling us. And Dheeraj, I'm not sure where you're calling from. Good morning. Tell us, first of all, where you're calling from.
Sir, good morning. Good morning, sir. This is Dheeraj from Hyderabad.
Okay. Please go ahead. What's your question today?
Sir, my query is regarding Home First Finance. I'm holding 310 shares of Home First Finance.
Okay.
At 1108 rupees.
Okay.
So, can I hold it for the next 1 month or in the coming 3 weeks? Or should I sell my entire Home First Finance shares and get into some pharma stocks? Because as pharma is underperforming.
Okay, so this is a contra call that you want to take because it is underperforming. You want to try and get in, but it's a very short time frame that you've chosen. So I'm wondering, Home First Finance, when did you buy this share?
Actually, like in the recent rally towards the uptick, I bought it, sir. Like one day there is an increase of around 7-8%. So that day at some high level, I have entered like around 1108.
Okay. Let me take your question to Swati on the technical, since your question is for a period of 1 month or so. The stock has seen a tremendous run up, as have several in the broader market, Swati, but he wants to sell perhaps and move into a pharma name. Is that advisable? And of course, the context is important to understand. Anything that is announced in the next week and a half on tariffs could be a negative for this sector as a whole.
First of all, good morning, all of you. The overall view on the Home First is, as of now, is being positive only. If you look towards the weekly, monthly, or the quarterly charts, those are trading in the high tops, high bottom formation. No wonder in a shorter period of time, we might get some sort of a selling pressure on the higher side, but the overall structure of this particular stocks is really positive. I believe if you look towards the longer term horizon, you should hold on this particular counter downside. It has a crucial support nearby 1000 levels provided by its 20 days moving average. So as long as it sustains thousands level, the upside momentum can be continued towards to 1150, and beyond that level, 1200 levels can be tested. So I will suggest to hold on this particular counter, not for a 1 month, but more than that period. Definitely you will earn a good amount of profit in this particular stock itself. Rather than concentrating on the pharma as such, I believe you should more concentrate into the IT pack now, because already we have seen a lot of correction in those particular sector, and as of now we are witnessing a very good buyings at a bottoms level. So rather than taking a buy call into the farmers, which this particular stock, I will not suggest such kind of a decisions. But any fresh long, you want to switch on to the another sector, accumulate the another sector counters. Try to concentrate more into the IT, such as the Tata Tech, Coforge, and the TCS. Those counters are really looks very strong on the technical front.
All right. And Swati, what will be the stop loss for Home First Finance?
1,000 rupees.
All right. Okay. 1,000 is the stop loss for Home First Finance. All right. Moving on to our next question. Mahesh from Mumbai is holding 870 shares of Trent, accumulated at an average price of 814. Wow. He wants to know the fundamental view on this. He's sitting on a significant profit of 37 odd lakh rupees. Asa, do you think that it's right to give him the fundamental advice at these levels? What do you think? Should he continue to hold, considering the past 2 quarters performance for Trent, which have been impressive, but they've been sub 50%, which has not been the case so far for Trent? What's your view like?
Hi, good morning to all of you. So talking about this counter, results were good, but they were not in line with estimates. So I think that was the major reason we have seen a downfall in the trend. But going ahead, we believe that this counter is well poised to show more upside from here, because we believe that the results there will be showing definitely will surpass, especially on the margin front, which we believe will can be the case for taking the stock towards northward direction. So overall, we believe continue holding in the stock is a better choice rather than booking profit. Or even one can book partial profit in case if anyone wants to earn cash. So idea here is either to book partially or to remain invested in this counter if money is not required immediately. Target for this counter at the immediate level is at around 5,400 to 5,500.
All right, so that's the view with respect to Trent. We have the next query from, this is from Shravan Kumar, who's from Bengaluru. He's bought NHPC at the price of 91, and he's bought 2,500 odd shares, and he wants to know what could be the target for the next 6 months. Swati, what are the targets that you're seeing for this particular counter where charts are concerned, and what's the stop loss that you're seeing?
Yes, if you look towards a larger degree, formations on the technical front, 2024 was not really good for this particular counter, and it was trading in the low top, low bottom formations. Now this counter has given the downward trend line breakout, which is a positive sign on the weekly chart, and slowly and steadily it will move on the high side. For a month and quarter period as such, definitely my target comes to at around 92 to 94 rupees. Up to that level, we can witness positive momentum, and support it has at around 76 rupees. So by keeping that as stop loss, you can definitely hold on the long positions.
All right, so that's the view with respect to NHPC coming in from Swati. We have a next caller lined up. Ravi Chandran is calling in from Hyderabad. A very good morning to you, Ravi. How can we help you?
Yeah, hi, very good morning. Yeah, my query is regarding Bharat Electronics.
Okay.
So I'm holding 50 shares of Bharat Electronics at the rate of 290.
Okay.
So the stock has moved upwards since couple of days, couple of weeks.
Right.
So shall I hold or sell? Does this stock has potential to give profits, and I can hold for next 6 months?
6 months. Okay. So, and you saw the charts, I believe, when you bought the stock. All right, got it. Swati, I'll again come to you. Bharat Electronics is the counter. What is the kind of target and stop loss that you're observing on the charts?
In my monthly charts, it's really doing very well. This month, we have seen almost 20-21% profit or gains in this particular stock. Now, the interesting fact is that on the monthly chart, the stock is forming the flat pattern. It is under the consolidation phase within the range of 260 to 310. As long as we witnessed a consolidation, probably in the near-term future, we are likely to witness a very strong breakout of 310, which is almost the buying value of the client itself. I believe very soon we will get a breakout. Any move about at 310 levels on the closing basis will extend the up move rally towards minimum 340, then initial then beyond that targets will be at 380. So you can definitely hold on the long positions at the current market price if you want to keep any kind of a stop loss. 280 is acting as a crucial support level provided by X20 DMA. So by keeping that as a stop loss, you can hold on your long positions.
Okay, all right. So 280 are the levels to look at the lower levels. Raghav is calling us, or rather messaging us from Bengaluru, and he's bought Whirlpool of India at an average price of 1,040. Can he average it out and wait for a year? Since he's talking about at least a year, Asa, I'm going to come to you on the fundamentals here. He's incurring a loss right now. Would you suggest averaging his cost price right now and holding for a year?
Yes, I think one can hold this counter for the year because first of all, results were very strong, and in fact, they have started gaining market share in majority of the categories like cool refrigerations, etc. So I think that will help the company in posting very good set of numbers going ahead also, because gaining market share definitely helped the company in proving itself very strong on the financial front. So my idea here is to stay invested in this counter, and price target which we would like to give this counter is somewhere at around 1100 to 1150 odd levels.
1100 to 1150 is the target on the upside for Whirlpool of India. Shrikant is calling us from Telangana. Hi Shrikant, good morning. How can we help you today?
Hi, sir. I am invested in 2 lakhs mid cap and small cap stock recommendation, sir. Long term is 10 years to hold in, sir. Fundamentally, just good stock.
Okay, and you're
Mid cap
looking.
and small cap.
Okay, and you're looking for a very long period. I see you're looking for a 10-year time frame, right?
Yes, sir. 5 stocks recommendation, sir.
Okay.
Request.
Shrikant, can you help me? One last question for you. Do you currently have any stocks that you've invested in?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently invested in any stocks? Do you own any stocks right now?
EG Green Pack, sir.
Okay, and
And Finitex Chemical, sir.
okay.
I know, sir. I am a long-term investment recommendation, sir.
Got it. I understood. All right, Asta, if you were to venture into the small cap and the mid cap space right now, and you have 2 lakhs of capital to deploy for a period of 10 years, it's plenty of time. What would you buy? What would your recommendations be? Or as a lot of people are advising at this point, would you stick to the large caps?
Definitely large cap is looking good to us in the near term, but I think in the longer term, because time horizon is 10 years, so there is no issue in investing in the small cap or mid cap stocks also. Now talking about small cap and mid cap space, first of all, in the small cap space, Gabriel India is looking very good to us. So I think this company is worth looking at, and one can make an investment, but here I would like to suggest make investment in the staggered manner, not put your money directly the lump sum amount here. Just put 10% or 20% at every downfall. So Gabriel India, this is one of the counter which we are finding very good. In the mid cap space, solar industry, this is one of the defense name which we are recommending strongly. Although ticket size is very high, it is more than 10,000 rupees stock. But I think going ahead, it has a strong potential to move till the level of 13,000. So this counter in the mid cap space is looking very appealing to us. In fact, if we talk about the other mid-cap counters also, I think there are various TD Power System, PG Electroplast. These are some of the counters which we believe are well poised to show good returns from here. In fact, TD Power is looking very good to us. PG Electroplast today, it has shown a downfall. So again, stance here is whatever investments you are making, just make them in a staggered way and don't put the lump sum amount at one moment of time. But these are the few counters which we are really liking at this moment of time.
All right, so that's the view with respect to how you can deploy 2 lakh rupees right now with a time horizon of 10 years coming in from Astha. All right, the next counter that we are talking about is Inox Wind. Amir from Kashmir has bought 1220 shares at an average price of 181, and he wants an outlook on this counter. He's not mentioned whether he wants a longer term outlook or a shorter term outlook. Swati, I'll take this with you. What are the charts suggesting for the counter, and what is the target and stop loss looking like?
Remember, the counter is under the consolidation phase within the range of 180 to 165 levels. So as long as it doesn't give the breakout on either side, the direction will not be clear. But looking towards the technical setup at the current levels, we believe ki downside it has a very good support, short-term support at around 160. So if it manages to hold that level, a slowly and steadily up move rally can be witnessed beyond. First target will be a 180. Beyond that, 200 levels can be seen. So I will suggest to wait on this particular counter, not to book book your losses because your buying price is nearby the CMP itself. So hold on to the long position by keeping a strict stop loss of a 160. If you're getting any momentum towards to 190 to 200 levels, try to book your profits.
Okay. All right. I do want to take this next question on WhatsApp because it's a considerable loss that Harpreet is facing. Harpreet has written in, Harpreet Singh, I believe, and he's incurring a loss of 13.7 lakh rupees in purchase of ABB. He's bought 400 shares at a price of 8,872. And so he bought this in June of last year. He's wondering whether to book short-term losses so that he can set it off against future short-term gains. Remember, in case you were wondering, you can only set off short-term losses against short-term gains in the future. Of course, you can set that off in any one of the next 8 financial years, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, on the technicals, Swati, at this juncture, would you suggest booking a loss, or is there potential to recover some of his lost capital? And what are the key levels to watch out for? Where would you place a stop loss?
Alex, frankly speaking, I will not suggest to book the losses at the current market price because already we have seen a lot of sell-off from almost 8,000 levels to 5,000 levels within a span of 6 to 8 months. Now, I believe even on the technical fronts, we look towards the harmonic pattern as well, which is depends upon the complete retracement theories. So as per that theory, the counter has given the 100% retracement of its previous rally and it is under the consolidation phase. From the last 2 months, you can see that the stock is hovering within the range of 400 to 500 points. I believe slowly and steadily it will give a rally. Not to book your losses. Counter is trading near the oversold zone. RSI showing a positive crossover. So up more rally can be seen in the near-term futures. Initial targets will be a 6,000. Beyond that, 6,500 levels can be seen. And if you're holding for a 1 to 2 years, definitely 7,000, 7,500 levels can be seen into the stock. Keep a patience not to book the losses. Hold on this particular counter. Over a period of time, you will definitely earn a good amount of money.
Okay, so that's the view with respect to ABB India. We have our next caller, Om Prakash, is calling in from Bengaluru. Very good morning to you, Om. How can we help you?
Good morning. See, I would like to know about the Asian Paint,
Okay.
which was trading about 3,500. Now it is around 2,200.
Right.
I hold around 400 shares
Right.
at 2,713.
Right.
So I just want to know whether will I get back to that 3,500 level anytime, or that still continues the complication.
Got it. Just a couple of follow-up questions. When did you buy Asian Paints and what was the thinking behind buying Asian Paints?
No, Asian Paint I have been buying for a very long time, for last 20 years, and
Okay.
I keep on buying. These are all average prices. But
Okay.
it has done good, and I have made good profits also.
Right.
But recently, for last 1 year, it has been very badly going down, continuously going down.
All right, got your query. Asta, I'll come to you. You know, as he rightly mentioned, Asian Paints has seen a topsy-turvy in the past 1 year. Topsy-turvy in terms of the financials have not been doing well in terms of raw material pressure. Also, the company is seeing pressure. There is competition pressure also, which is playing its part. But what's the view like from a longer-term perspective?
So from the longer term perspective, there are certain things which we are looking forward right now. First of all, the rural demand has started recovering. So that can be a positive for this company, but stress is really seen in the urban demand as of now. So one point is there. Secondly, what we are seeing that one of their new products has started gaining the market and it is now started contributing 12% of the sales. So that is again a positive for this company. Thirdly, what we believe that whatever measures the government is taking will definitely increase the discretionary spending and will help the company in getting good demand. And fourthly, softness in the raw material prices will definitely help. And in fact, the company has also retained its margin guidance. So overall, I think this stock can show some more upside from here. So there is no need to book losses at this point of a time. I think one can see the cost price of around 2,700 at which the stock has been bought. So remain invested in this company.
Just a quick clarification, Swati, you have given a call on Inox Wind, but I'm just wondering what the stop loss is?
The Inox Wind, yes, my view is positive, and the downside you can keep a stop loss of a 160 support provided by its 20 DMA. So by keeping as a that stop loss, you can hold your long positions.
Got it. All right. Arjun has got a question. He's writing in from Mumbai. He's got 3 shares of Tata Motors at a price of 1,100. Very elevated levels, I must say, because the stock is at 713, but he's bought only 3 shares. So the loss is capped to that extent. He's not given us exactly what his time frame is, but he's got a long-term view is what he's saying. Asta, opportunities to buy this stock at 700 plus levels, or would you venture elsewhere in the automotive space?
No, even Tata Motors is also looking good to us, because whatever guidance management is giving, especially if I talk about their EBIT guidance of around 10%, EBIT margin guidance of 10%. So I think that is good. And in fact, what we are seeing that European Union market has started recovering. So we have started seeing some sort of green shoots from there. So that will also help the company. So more, I think overall we believe that this company can move upwards from here. And we are positive on this counter, recommending a hold with a price target of 780 to 7.
All right. Do remember, of course, that, and Asa, I'm just wondering whether he should be cautious on the Trump tariffs, which everyone's talking about, because he mentioned specifically auto. Just wondering, because Jaguar Land Rover sells in the US market, it is a considerable volume driver for them, and they would technically be impacted by higher tariffs. So that's certainly something to watch out for on Tata Motors as well. We'll perhaps talk about it more after this very quick break. We've got more questions that we can take on the other side. So I'd encourage you to stay tuned.
Small and mid cap, particularly in last 4 years, because of retail flows, have become very exciting space. 35 to 38% of all the mutual fund flows goes into small and mid caps. It is almost 1/3 of the market.
It is all about ideas, where clients or investors can make money. Catch all the action on NDTV Profit. There has been some slowdown in corporate earnings, and prices have corrected, valuations have corrected. So this conference will provide a very good backdrop for investors to understand where the value has remained intact but price has changed. So therefore they can accordingly tailor their portfolios. Catch all the action only on NDTV Profit.
Catch the action on NDTV Profit.
He sold most of his stock, 80%, as on that date.
We have requested the management to come and speak to us. They asked us, what questions will you ask? We've sent it to them. They don't want to answer it, so then let's put it to our viewers as well.
7 key questions, right? How is it that 2,000 crore goes unnoticed by all of these auditors?
SEBI is seeking more information on the trades and the all the transaction which has happened from the exchanges, both NSE and BSE.
The Reserve Bank of India's supervisory officers, they are seeking compliance reports on their foreign currency borrowings by these banks.
The DSS is actively engaging with the Reserve Bank of India to sort of ensure the thorough examination of the matter. And
IndusInd Bank, as part of its internal review, had found that certain aspects of its derivatives portfolio was not meeting the standard that was set by the Reserve Bank of India.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
Small and mid cap, particularly in last 4 years, because of retail flows, have become very exciting space. 35 to 38% of all the mutual fund flows goes into small and mid caps. It is almost 1/3 of the market.
It is all about ideas, where clients or investors can make money. Catch all the action on NDTV Profit. There has been some slowdown in corporate earnings and prices have corrected, valuations have corrected. So this conference will provide a very good backdrop for investors to understand where the value has remained intact but price has changed. So therefore they can accordingly tailor their portfolios. Catch all the action only on NDTV Profit.
Catch the action on NDTV Profit.
He sold most of his stock, 80%, as on that date.
We have requested the management to come and speak to us. They asked us, what questions will you ask? We've sent it to them. They don't want to answer it, so then let's put it to our viewers as well.
7 key questions, right? How is it that 2,000 crore goes unnoticed by all of these auditors?
SEBI is seeking more information on the trades and the all the transaction which has happened from the exchanges, both NSE and BSE.
The Reserve Bank of India's supervisory
Welcome back. You're watching Ask Profit, a show that gets all your stock related queries answered, whether they're fundamental or technicals. For viewers who are just tuning in, you can either call us or WhatsApp us on the numbers that are flashing on your screen. All right, we have our next caller lined up. Murari from Bengaluru is calling in. Murari, a very good morning to you. How can we help you?
Yeah, very good morning to you. Thanks for taking up my query. I want to buy Pearl Global Industries, which is in the garment manufacturing.
Right.
And which is a very reasonable ROE and PE ratio, and with a good growth expected in 26 and 27.
Right.
And the price is at half of the price of Page Industries and lower than even KPR Mills.
Right.
Can I buy it at least from 12 months point of view? At least 12 months point of view.
Okay.
At the current rate.
Okay.
It has touched recently 1400.
Right.
From the peak, it has come down by at least 27%.
Got it. Got your point, Murari. I'll take your question with Astha. Astha, Pearl Global is placed well where Bangladesh plus one strategy comes into picture because it's a retail exporter. What are your views with respect to counter and valuations? Since he mentioned valuations, it's right now sitting at a 27 times P, which is the case for a lot of retailers as well. What's the view like in terms of valuations as well?
Yes, so here I would like to say that if I talk about the industry price to earning multiple, because we are taking it in the textile industry. So the industry price to earning multiple is 30. So it is standing at a valuation of around 27, 28 against the industry multiple of 30. So that in that way, valuations seems to be okay, not very, cheaply priced at this point of a time. No doubt, results were very good. In the bottom line, we have seen a sharp rise of around 30%. So yes, they have posted robust set of numbers, but here the main concern is about, or main positive which one is feeling is about the valuation, but I would like to clear that thing. So valuation is somewhere near to the industry multiple of 30 because they're taking it into the textile industry. So overall, we believe that this counter is looking good to us, but just wait for some more downfall to come because I think there the risk reward ratio will be better. So idea here is to wait for more downfall to come and then make entry into this counter. And another thing which one can do is just wait for Q4 numbers as well. So I think after coming off those numbers, then it will be a very safe bet. Otherwise, one can wait for some downfall to enter into this stock.
Okay, all right. So that's the view on Pearl Global. Murari, hopefully that answers your question. Hudco is the name of the counter that we're talking about next, and Shruti is writing in from Hyderabad asking about this. She's bought at a price of 203 and she's wondering whether she can add more at the current rate. Swati, what's the call here?
As of now, Hudco is really doing very well. Even you can add on at the current market price because the counter is just trading at a support level of 200 to 190. That is the support zone level for this particular stock. So at the current market price also one can take a fresh long positions or add on. Upside, I'm looking for a target of 240 to 250 level. So my view is positive and one can take a long positions at CMP by keeping a strict stop loss of 190 rupees on the downside.
Okay, all right. So that's the view on Hudco. Swati's positive on it. Amrita is calling us from Kolkata. Hi Amrita, good morning. And how can we help you today?
Good morning.
Please go ahead.
I have some share of Samvardhan Mother's
Right.
200 share. I have purchased it at the higher price, 215, 218 range. There is a mixed range and now it is 169. So should I hold it because the company's basic is showing very strong.
Okay,
fundamental strong.
Okay, I'm just wondering which stock you have bought because the stock price
Same stock which you were showing in the screen, Samvardhana Mother's.
Because this current stock price, Amrita, is not 169, it is actually 132.
Yes. 132.72.
Got it. So I just want to know, you bought it based on the fundamentals and you did buy it at high levels, but did you buy it for the short term or the long term?
I buy it for the long term. I am already holding it.
For a long time. Okay, I understand. All right. Let me take your question to Astha. Astha, auto ancillary player, Samvardhana, Motherson, what are the fundamentals looking like? Would you hold on to this?
So what we have seen is a very strong performance and it has outperformed the other global peers because of the premiumization, first of all, and the EV transition. Secondly, their order backlog is very, very strong. Although we have seen slowdown in some of the key regions where this company is operating, but still we believe that this company has been able to post very strong set of numbers despite the weak macro environment. So idea here is to stay invested in this counter and maybe that Trump tariff thing can be can be one of the dampener. But overall, long-term view is positive on this counter. Remain invested in this counter. Price target can be set at around 160 to 170.
All right. Positive view from a longer term perspective, and 160 to 170 is the target for Samvardhana Motherson. All right. The next counter is Kirloskar Oil Engines. Mahendra Raj is holding 130 odd shares, bought at 1025 a piece. He's currently sitting on a loss of 37,000 odd rupees, and he wants to know what should he do next. Swati, I'll come to you. Kirloskar Oil Engines is the counter. What are the charts saying?
Mahima, the view is little bit cautious, but no wonder the counter is trading near the oversold zone. So after such kind of a sell-off, we like to witness some sort of a pullback rally, which we are witnessing from the last 2 to 3 weeks. And this rally is likely to be extended towards to 770 to 700 levels. So not to quit the long positions at the current market price. If you're getting any bounce back rally towards to 800 and so level, then you can quit the long positions. But at the current levels, you can hold on. Downside, it has a very good support at around 700 rupees. So by keeping that as a stop loss, you can hold the long positions.
Okay, all right. I do want to ask about ONGC. We've got a viewer, Anirudh, who's writing in from Hyderabad, who's bought at levels of 258. The stock is currently at 241. 70% of his portfolio is in the stock, and he's deployed as much as 70 lakh rupees. He's looking for a 1 to 2 year time frame. So he's got a concentrated call on ONGC. Asta, on the fundamentals, at this juncture, what would you say with regard to an exploration company, ONGC? Because crude oil prices at just about $72, they've been a little depressed. So what's the view on ONGC?
But I think the company has shown a good volume growth, especially if I talk about the KG 98 base. Then the volume growth is very, very strong. So this is what we are liking about this company. In fact, whatever tie-ups they have done with the BP, I think that will also help the company in having good production volume. So overall, in the longer term, I think this stock is a candidate which can move in the northward direction, and one can remain invested in this counter. Initial price target we are limiting to is 270 to 270.
All right, so that's the view with respect to ONGC. Our next caller, Rahul, is calling in from Patna. Rahul, a very good morning to you. How can we help you?
Yeah, good morning. Actually, I wanted to know about NCC share.
Okay.
Can I hold or sell?
Okay.
Right now it's going falling down, so I wanted to ask. I have 100 shares of NCC Limited.
Got it. I got your query, Rahul. I'll go on to Swati. Swati, what are the charts looking like for NCC?
The charts are really doing very well on the NCC part as such. The counter, after such kind of a sell-off, we are witnessing some sort of a relief sign or a pullback rally. But only the concern is that it has a very cluster resistance zone of 215, 216 levels. As long as it stays below that level, the short-term view will remain cautious, but downside it has a very good support at around 192. So 192 can keep you as a stop loss and hold your long positions. Any move about 215, 16 levels will open a door for a 240 to 250 levels. So my view is positive. Hold your long positions by keeping a strict stop loss of a 192 for a target of 240.
240 target for NCC. That's an upside of about, well, close to 20%. We've got a caller, I believe, but we'll come to that in just a bit. And the next question is also from Patna, by the way. Shishir is writing in from Patna and asking about Goa Carbon, which he's bought at levels of 907. He's got a 3 to 6 month time frame, and he's wondering what to do with this. Swati, I'm coming back to you. He's asking, should he hold or sell?
The buying is at very elevated level, higher levels. Whatever the rally we are witnessing from last 2 to 3 days, and today we have seen a very smart rally of almost 9% with a very good volumes. The same volume has been witnessed in the month of the January itself. I believe that the counter has given the formations of the inverse head and shoulder pattern and given breakout of the same level. This rally is likely to be extended towards to 542 and beyond that level 590. But since the buying range is too high, it will take a longer period of time, at least 6 to 8 months, then only you can catch up your buying price. But at the current level, not to book the losses because we are likely to witness a strong momentum rally slowly and steadily. So it's a hold from my end.
On the fundamentals, we had said it's a hold on ONGC. Asa had given a view, but then our viewer is clarifying that he's looking at trying to get the long-term technical levels as well. He's bought at levels of 258, Swati. Quick answer to this. What are the levels on the long side?
Long side, first target will be 280. Beyond that level, 340s can be seen. But my view is a little bit cautious on those sectors. So not to create a major long positions at the current market price, but you can hold on for the mentioned targets level.
All right, so that's the view coming in with respect to ONGC. Our next caller, Ray from Bengaluru, is calling in. Ray, a very good morning to you. I believe you have a question on PB Fintech.
Yeah, correct. Good morning. So my query is, what would be a fresh buy price, because the price that I had bought at is around 2067.
Okay.
And I would like to average it out. So what should I look at?
Okay, and you are seeing this from a longer term perspective, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Asta, I'll take this up with you. PB Fintech, what should be the price levels at which he can enter again and average out his current holdings? He's holding 15 shares at 2067 apiece.
So first of all, talking about the fundamentals of this counter, their insurance business is really looking very good, and they have performed well also. Now, what is positive? Another positive about this company is now they are expanding. I mean, they are thinking to expand into the secured lending also, secured credit lending through various product launches. So I think all these efforts taken by the company will definitely help the company, along with the fact that their insurance business is doing great. So overall, I think this stock is well poised to show more upside from here. Now, the question is regarding the entry. Since we have seen a downfall today in the stock price, my idea here is to wait for more downfall to come, maybe at around 1600 or 1580 are those levels where one can make the fresh entry, and price target can be set at around 1700 at that moment of time.
Okay. Adani Green is the name of the counter we're looking at next, and this is a question from Rajan Kumar, who's writing in from Vijayawada. He's bought at levels of 940, which is very close to the current market price. The stock has risen about 12% or so over the last month or so. He's looking at adding more perhaps, or he's wondering whether to hold on. Swati, on the charts, what's the view?
My view is positive because the counter is showing a positive divergence on the daily as well as on weekly chart. Already we have seen a very good kind of a momentum from 800 to 950, 980 levels. Since the buying price is at the CMP, no use of doing any average it out, because not if you are getting any dips towards to 880 and so level, then you can think of average it out, but not at the current market price. This rally is likely to be extended towards to 1050 and beyond 1120 levels can be seen. So you can hold on the long position. If you want to keep the stop loss, or we can say the support levels will be the 880 levels on the downside.
All right, standard disclaimer, Adani Green is also a part of Adani Group of Companies, and NDTV Profit is also a part of Adani Group of Companies. Moving on to the next caller, Uday Kiran is calling in from Odisha. A very good morning to you, Uday Kiran. How can we help you?
A very good morning, madam. I have a shares of the Kalyan Jewelry, 750 shares I have. The price of 441.
Okay.
I have little bit confused about the share. What can I hold it for a long time, or I can exit from here?
Okay, and you've entered at the right levels, because the stock has seen a significant downtick in the past few months. Asta, I'll come to you. The downtick was on the back of a couple of, in fact, a series of events which kind of had a overhang on the counter. But overall, fundamentally, the stock is looking strong in terms of its revenue uptick as well. What are the views like from a longer term perspective for Kalyan Jewellers?
So from the longer term perspective, on the back of the news flow in this counter, I would like to advise stay cautious. And secondly, I think the earnings growth will be flat. This is what we believe or we expect going forward. So idea here is to either book partial profit, because luckily the investor has taken it at the lower price. I think at around 430. I am not sure about the cost price, but I believe it is on the lower side. Am I right?
Sorry, what did you say? Can you come again?
441. Yeah, 441.
Yeah,
No. I'm not sure. What?
No, so his buying price is 441.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Cost price is 440.
Yes, correct.
So luckily the investor is into the profit, so would suggest to book partial profit or take all profit right now. And then when everything seems to be stable in this counter, then again one can make an entry. So right now our idea is to book profits.
All right. Sula is the next counter that we're talking about, and this is Rohit, who's looking for a long-term view on Sula. He's bought at levels of 423, and so he's incurring a loss. The stock is not doing too well on the fundamentals. He's got 1,000 shares. Asa, what's the view on this? Should he hold or should he exit?
Yes, fundamentally the stock is not performing well, but my idea here is to stay invested in this counter, at least wait for Q4 FY25 numbers and then make a strategy in this counter. So right now I recommend to hold this counter.
All right. The next question is coming in from Narayana, who's calling us from Visakhapatnam. Hi, Narayana. Good morning. How can we help you today?
Hi, good morning, Alex.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
I bought Taril at the rate of 441, 300 shares. I want to accumulate more.
Okay.
In the prospect of 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years. And what is the thesis here? Are you betting on the long-term story for power and the requirement for transmission systems?
Particularly, this company has a good profit and the sales growth for the last 2 quarters. I think it has a good order book also.
Yes.
That's why I'm accumulating this one.
Got it.
I want to accumulate more. I want to accumulate more.
Okay. I understood your question, Narayana. Let me go across to Asta on this one. Asta, transformers and rectifiers, it's turning out to be a pretty popular stock among the retail investors as well, and it's done well for them. Would you add more to the current level though?
Yes, because first of all, I think the popularity is due to its one of the best results which this counter is continuously posting. In fact, in the Q3 of FY25, their bottom line was risen by around 200%. So continuously, they are posting very strong set of numbers. So that is the major point which we always look after the stock. And secondly, what I believe is that in fact, they are continuously receiving good orders also. So order inflow is also very strong. Yes, one can stay invested in this counter as well as some add-ons can be made, but at the lower level of around 490 to 500 zone. Price target can be set at around 600 odd levels.
Okay, we've got a message all the way from Dallas, Texas in the United States, and I really appreciate that Sai Karthik has taken the time to watch this program. It means a lot to us. Geo Financial Services, the name of the counter that he's asking about, he's got an average price of 226 rupees per share, which is currently very close to where the market price is. 1,500 shares is what he's got. He's looking at a 3 to 6 month time frame. Swati, on the charts, what's the view?
Yes, my outlook is definitely positive because after such kind of a correction, the counter is trading in the oversold zone. We are likely to witness a upmove rally or a pullback rally towards at least first target will be a 250. Beyond that level, 280 levels can be seen. So hold your long positions. Risk reward ratio is really favorable. Downside, it has a crucial support at around 210 rupees. So by keeping that as a support levels, you can hold on the long positions for immediate target of 270, then 300 levels.
Okay, Vineet from Coimbatore is asking the next question. He's holding 170 shares of Tanla Platforms bought at 611 a piece. He wants to know whether he should hold or sell. What's the view like, Asta?
So I would like to recommend hold on this counter rather than selling at this point of a time. Now talking about Tanla Platform, what we believe that there was some price challenges and that is why we have seen that the growth was not in line with the expectation. But moving ahead, we feel that this counter can give good performance on the financial front, and hence we are recommending hold on this counter. Initial price target, which can be set, is at around 500.
500 is a call on, initial price target. It's very close to the current market price. All right, it's time for the rapid fire segment. Both of you know what this means. We'll toss as many questions as possible over the course of 2 minutes at you. Do keep your answers as crisp as possible. The first one is from Subramanian, who's writing in from Chennai. Suzlon Energy is bought at a price of 58, which is very close to the current market price. He's wondering how long to hold this for. Asta, what's the view?
I think one can remain invested in this counter for some months, and the price target can be set at around 65 to 70 odd levels.
All right, Utkarsh Small Finance Bank is the next counter. The person is holding 34,000 shares bought at 30.7 a piece. What's the view like, Swati, on the charts?
View is a bit cautious, but you can hold on this particular stock. 22 is the support level, upside 30 levels can be seen.
Okay, Canara Bank is the name of the counter. June 24 was when Dinesh bought at levels of 110. He's asking whether to sell and buy another banking stock. Asta?
I think the one can remain invested in this counter as well for the price target of 95 to 100.
Okay, Tata Elxsi is the next counter. Tejas from Nagpur wants a longer term view on this. Asta, what's the view?
Longer term, we are not very much positive. Would like to wait for Q4 numbers. So right now, just hold on this counter, but just closely watch Q4 FY25 now.
Okay, Vodafone Idea 2,600 bought at levels of 11. This is Chandan Jain. Should he book losses at this point? Swati?
He can keep the stop loss of 6.5 and carry the long positions. If you're getting any move towards to 9 or 10 rupees, try to exit the long positions.
All right. Tata Steel is the next counter. Nitin from Bengaluru has done a longer term investment on in this particular counter, holding 60 shares. What's the view like, Astha?
View is positive on this counter, given the outlook on the metal space, which is very positive. Remain invested in this counter. Initial price target 175 can be set.
Okay, Vinati Organics or Himadri Specialty, 50-50 or one of the two? Astha, long-term view.
I think 50-50 is a better choice rather than so 50-50, and especially we are more positive on Vinati Organics rather than.
Okay, all right. So tough question at the end. Astha and Swati, thanks so much for joining in. Always a pleasure having you on the program, and thanks as always for joining.
Okay.
All right, well, that brings us to the end of this edition of Ask Profit from Mahima Vachrajani and myself. Thank you so much for watching. Do stay tuned. Lots more coming up on NDTV Profit.
Small and mid cap, particularly in last 4 years, because of retail flows, have become very exciting space. 35 to 38% of all the mutual fund flows goes into small and mid caps. It is almost 1/3 of the market.
It is all about ideas, where clients or investors can make money. Catch all the action on NDTV Profit. There has been some slowdown in corporate earnings and prices have corrected, valuations have corrected. So this conference will provide a very good backdrop for investors to understand where the value has remained intact but price has changed. So therefore they can accordingly tailor their portfolios. Catch all the action only on NDTV Profit.
Catch the action on NDTV Profit.
He sold most of his stock, 80%, as on that date.
We have requested the management to come and speak to us. They asked us, what questions will you ask? We've sent it to them. They don't want to answer it, so then let's put it to our viewers as well.
7 key questions, right? How is it that 2,000 crore goes unnoticed by all of these auditors?
Is seeking more information on the trades and the all the transaction which has happened from the exchanges, both NSE and BSE.
The Reserve Bank of India's supervisory officers, they